Welcome back to Wikinews.
Ladies and gentlemen, picture this. One moment, you're the undisputed king of the octagon, hoisting that gleaming UFC featherweight belt high above your head after dismantling legends like Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway in front of roaring crowds. The world chants your name, Ilia Topuria, the Georgian powerhouse with the unbreakable spirit, the man who turned doubters into believers. But in the quiet aftermath of glory, when the adrenaline fades and the spotlights dim, what happens when the real fight begins not in the cage, but in the home you built with the woman who's been by your side through every grueling training camp and triumphant night? That's the heartbreaking question hanging over Ilia Topuria right now, as whispers of divorce with his wife, Giorgina, have exploded into a full-blown storm that's shaking the MMA world to its core. It all started back in February of last year, when Ilia shocked the planet by knocking out Volkanovski in the second round to claim the featherweight throne. Overnight, he wasn't just a fighter. He was a family man icon, sharing tender glimpses of life with Giorgina, the stunning model he met in Miami years ago, and their two young children, a boy and a girl who lit up his posts like little stars. Giorgina was his rock, the one posting heartfelt messages of support from the front row, calling him her warrior as he defended that title against Holloway in a bloodbath that solidified his legacy. Fans adored them, the power couple who seemed to have it all: love, legacy, and a future brighter than the Vegas lights. Ilia even spoke in interviews about how Giorgina grounded him, how fatherhood fueled his fire in the gym. It was the kind of story that made you believe in happily ever after, even in a sport as brutal as this. But then, like a sucker punch you never see coming, the cracks appeared in early October. Fans noticed it first on social media. Giorgina's Instagram, once a love letter to their life together, suddenly scrubbed clean of every photo of Ilia. No more family vacations in Spain, no more cozy shots of them with the kids at the beach. Ilia's feed stayed the same, frozen in happier times, but the silence was deafening. Rumors swirled like wildfire: infidelity, heated arguments, the pressures of fame tearing at the seams. By mid-October, sources close to the couple were whispering that Giorgina had walked away, citing Ilia's late-night texts to other women as the final straw, a betrayal that cut deeper than any opponent's hook. It wasn't just gossip. It felt personal, raw, like watching a hero unravel thread by thread. Fast forward to November, and the drama hits rock bottom. On the 10th, Giorgina officially filed for divorce in a Miami court, not just seeking an end to the marriage, but half of Ilia's hard-earned assets: the homes, the cars, the millions stacked from fight purses and endorsements. It's a move that screams finality, a woman fighting for her share after pouring her heart into a life that fame nearly swallowed whole. Ilia, ever the stoic champion, stayed quiet at first, dropping only cryptic posts about inner battles and protecting what's mine. But yesterday, in a statement that left the UFC community gutted, he dropped a bombshell. He's vacating his title, yes, the belt he defended so fiercely, and stepping away from the ring through the first quarter of 2026. "I'm going through a difficult moment in my personal life," he said, his voice steady but laced with pain. "I want to focus on my children and resolve this situation as soon as possible. I don't want to hold up the division." Imagine that, the man who never backs down, choosing family over legacy, pouring every ounce of his warrior energy into mending what's broken for the sake of those innocent eyes looking up to him. It's devastating, isn't it? To see Ilia, this unbreakable force, humbled not by a rival's fists but by the fragility of love under the brightest lights. Whispers now swirl about his future, a move to lightweight, a comeback fueled by redemption. Or could this be the spark for reconciliation, a second chance at the family he cherishes? Only time will tell, but one thing's clear: Ilia's story reminds us that even champions bleed and glory's sweetest victories happen off the mat. As we wait for the next chapter in this emotional saga, stay tuned right here for every update. If Ilia's journey has you hooked like it has me, do me a favor: hit that subscribe button for more raw MMA stories and drop a like if you're rooting for his comeback. Together we'll navigate the highs and heartbreaks. Thanks for watching.